Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hello my baby.
You could go blind from the brightness. Nigga, I can shine with the brightest. You don't understand up like shit. Fine boy, girls on my side top. Girls on my plan like rubber. Real nigga, keep it 100.
So guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I just thought I'd come down, sit down with you guys, talk about a little something that I've been thinking about recently, especially because, you know, I've been in my home village. I went to my home village for a week. I was vlogging it, so you'll see all of this in the vlog that will come after this video. But yeah, I was in the village and I was doing a lot of thinking. That's a place I go to reflect a lot on my life, and I was thinking about just my teen years, if I want to say, and how mean I was to myself throughout my entire teenage years. And I just thought, you know, there's many people on my channel who watch my channel who are between the years of 18 and 23 and probably below 18. Those are the people like I was thinking about the most. And I know that there's people who are older than 18, 23, 25, you know, who probably go through the same thing that I was thinking about and the same thing that I went through and put myself through all throughout, I want to say, the years of primary that I can remember, and all throughout high school, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to try and talk about today. I wrote some notes down on my phone so that I don't scramble too much. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's stop talking, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I have written down is that you need to fully embrace and love yourself holistically, right? So first of all, I'm gonna give you guys a background story. In high school, in primary, actually my whole primary life up till high school, from 2, I think. So from 2 or 3, I was a chubby baby girl. I was chunky, okay? I was that girl who, when you know, relatives would see her, they'd be like, oh, I hated that. But I was a really chubby little girl, and you know, it messed with my self-confidence, my self-love, my everything. You know, I really didn't like myself that much. I barely looked at myself in the mirror. And so the first thing that I wrote down of you having to love and embrace yourself holistically is very important, because that's something that I had to talk myself into over the years. And I only started properly in Form 3, and I was only 13, right? So in Form 3 I was 13, and I had to start talking to myself and tell myself that, you know, you are beautiful, you're very beautiful. Even though, you know, you've packed on a lot of weight, it will go away. And a lot of people used to tell me that, you know, you will lose weight, this is all baby weight and whatever, but it's very hard to believe that. And I don't want to make this like a weight video only, because there's so many things that contribute to you not loving yourself as a kid. It may be your skin color, it may be, you know, acne, it may be just people you surround yourself with, or whatever it is. So I had to talk myself into, you know, constantly saying, Hori, you're beautiful, right? And there was this one photo that I posted, like holding a cute little poodle puppy, and I remember there was somebody who made like a meme out of me. It was very funny at the time, because I think when the meme was made, I had lost a few like weight by the time that meme was made. But it was something that I used to look at and just be like, damn. People were just like, hey, or beba, and little comments like that got to me like for years on end. It sucked, boy. But obviously I had to laugh about it and just like, you know, kiki haha and do whatever, because it was just a joke and I knew that. But at the same time, growing up, I always had like slender friends in high school. Everybody was slender, everybody had that body looking good. Some of them were a bit thinner than me, and it was always so hard to, you know, change in front of them. I remember I never used to change in front of my friends. In school trips, I'd be that girl who changed on top of that towel. Like the towel is there and then I'll do stuff underneath, because I wasn't really confident with how I looked and stuff. And another factor that contributed to it is the fact that I lost my mom when I was 10 years old, right? And I don't want to make it like this is the reason why I didn't have self. No, that's not the main reason. Like, there were so many other things that I could have done myself that I know I could have, but I didn't. But yeah, not having a mom, when you have a mom, especially when you're in your teen years, she's always there to tell you, you're beautiful, Nana, you're so perfect, you're this, you're that. You need to hear those things, even though you know sometimes your mom just hypes you up even when you look like a bum. You know, you need to hear some of those things so that you can be confident within yourself. So unfortunately, I did not have that. My mom wasn't there. My sister was also just going through her own teen phases. My older sister was also living her life there in America. My brother was just my brother. Like, the best that he could do was feed me, you know. So him and I always used to sit down and would bond over food and music. So I think a big part was me just always finding comfort in food and, you know, not loving myself. And when I get to the mirror, I'd look at myself and I just hate what I saw. I'd see freaking chunks and chubby things. So throughout high school and primary, I really hated myself. I would not say good things about myself. Even if somebody were to come up to me and be like, hey, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, I'd just be like, okay, thanks. But I didn't believe it because, you know, I didn't love myself like that. Fast forward to Form 3, that's when I started playing basketball in Form 1. Because Form 2, Form 3, around there. And then girl got snatched, boo. I got that itty bitty waist, that pretty little face, boo. I started losing weight in Form 3. You know, I really lost weight. And when I started losing weight, I couldn't stop. You know, I started getting on so many diets. I started, you know, starving myself. I worked out almost every day. I remember there was a time I got onto Herbalife. I've got onto all of these diets that you can think of. I did that because I didn't want to see myself get back to the chubby Balipi who hated herself. And even when I was like at my thinnest, I got really thin. And when I was at my thinnest, I could look in the mirror and I'd still see my chubby self, you know. It was so deep because even when I looked good, I didn't feel good myself. You can, like, the one thing that I learned from that experience is that you can lose as much weight, you can work out, you can do everything, but if you don't feel yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't see yourself as worthy, it won't mean anything. So I got to a point where I just stopped doing everything and I packed on weight again. It wasn't a lot of weight till like Form 5. Getting into university, I was okay. My body size was okay. It was basically like this, but I didn't think it was good enough at the time because I felt like there was so much more that I could do. And I still saw, like, for years, I think I stopped seeing myself as chubby probably when I turned 17. So all throughout till 16, I was just like, anytime somebody would be like, your body looks good, I'd just be like, thanks. And I used to wear a lot of baggy clothes. I only started wearing like slim fit type things like 2 years ago. So one thing that you also need to do if you're going through something that, you know, you self-hate, you loathe yourself. Loathe is a huge word, but if you just like hate yourself physically and you tell yourself bad things, even if you try to fix yourself, it won't change how you feel about yourself, if that makes sense. But at the same time, I grew to learn that your body adjusts. Like, as you grow up, you're gonna lose weight, your weight is gonna plateau at some point and it's gonna stay at the same point. And I just learned to just let my body rest and just let it be what it is, you know what I mean? Because my family, I come from a family who have tiny upper bodies and then the bottoms they're round, boo. They round. So I had to accept the fact that no matter how much I'm gonna exercise, no matter how much, you know, how many diets I go through, my body is just going to eventually go back to a place that it's supposed to be. Everybody's molded in their own way. Yes, you need to stay fit, you need to exercise and stuff, but what I'm trying to drive at is, if you're a chubby kid or if you're somebody who has problem with your skin, your body always, it's going to retain to its original self. So what I had to learn is that you have to, you know, exercise as much as you can and maintain a specific diet. Like, don't starve yourself. Guys, I used to be that girl who ate once a day. I used to be the girl who ate 1 spoon, and I don't mean like a serving, one little corner of rice barely ate meat, you know what I mean? I stopped meat at one point because my skin was breaking out. And I think another reason why I didn't really love myself is because I had acne at some point. I was chubby. I was just like, God, why? You know, why? So you always just need to maintain something. You need to maintain on something, and your body will get used to it. Your mind, your body, your soul, your skin, everything. If you maintain a specific routine, be it self-affirmations, writing down certain things you love about yourself, writing down things that you don't like about yourself and working on them. You need to maintain certain things in order for your body to adjust. So with my body right now, what I do is I just be exercising. I eat whichever way I want. Obviously I have to watch what I eat, you know, this stuff like that, but I'm just saying, from the time that I started discovering that I really didn't like the way I looked and I really didn't love myself the way I should, till now, there's a lot of things that you have to go through, you know, to make sure that you don't self-loathe yourself ever again, right? So I want to give you like a few tips of what I did. Not really tips, or I just want to tell you, like, it's like a testimony type thing, because I've come a really long way. I came from, you know, being the girl who barely went to sleepovers, because I never went to sleepovers in high school because I really felt I couldn't dress in front of my friends. I couldn't undress in front of my friends. I couldn't, like, you guys have never seen me in a bikini even till now, because I'm still like accepting my body. Like, I'm fine right now. I love my body. I love the way my weight is. I love the way I look, but there's still so much to do. But looking at myself from back then and looking at myself now, I have been able to get the fact that I was a chubby kid out of my brain, because once you were a chubby kid, boo, it's so hard to get out of that mentality where your body is always gonna look ugly. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, it's so hard to remove yourself from that type of mentality that your body is ugly, what, and really embrace how good you look. So from I want to say 15, 16-year-old Balipi to 20-year-old Balipi now, I'm able to look in the mirror and tell myself, oh, yeah, you have some rolls, but girl, that ass fat, okay, that waist she thin, all right? I am able to tell myself those certain things because I realize that you're your biggest hype man, you're your biggest cheerleader. You know, if you don't do it yourself, then who will? You can't depend on another human being for anything in life, and that's on a period. All right. Another thing, apart from basically the first thing is self-affirmations. The second thing is to surround yourself with people you can open up to. You know, I don't think I've ever really opened up to anybody about this apart from my sister, maybe my sister. And it's not because I don't feel comfortable talking about it with my friends or anything like that. It's only just because I was able to deal with it myself and then get through it, because sometimes not everything needs to be, you know, passed by somebody. You need to learn how to deal with stuff on your own. So the second thing is you need to surround yourself around people who you're comfortable enough to express these feelings about. And I need you to know a certain person that you can talk to, and you know that person will not, one, invalidate your feelings, two, make you feel like you're over exaggerating, or three, put you down even more. You know what I mean? You need to be with like people or group of friends or family members who will uplift you, even if it doesn't, you don't even have to necessarily tell them, oh, yo, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. You can just express that you don't really love yourself, and you know, they can help you get through it, because it's really, really good to have someone to talk to, guys. Like, my friends are the most amazing people in the entire world. I could literally call one of them bawling my eyes out and I don't even have to say anything, and they'll just be like, no, it's okay, no, it's fine. You know what I mean? So self-affirmations, you need to keep yourself around a lot of good people. And then I think the final thing is for you to nurture your mental health and just your mindset. The main thing that killed me and the way I perceived myself is the way I thought, right? So when I first got on Instagram, I'll show you guys my first Instagram post, guys. My body was banging. Yo, I want that body. My body was banging. When I first got on Instagram, we started getting you feel a lot of my god. And then I started seeing other girlies and I was like, who are you really? Like, who do you think you are? But I was that girl and I didn't know that at the time, you know. The third thing is you need to keep yourself out of that. You know, when you see somebody good on the timeline, you know what, this is somebody else. This is a totally completely different individual from who you are. We're all molded and shaped in different ways, and God molded us specifically in a way that he knew that we would be able to be loved and love ourselves. So who are we to switch up and just be like, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that? You know what I mean? I know a mindset is so hard to change, but if you were to just work on that, boo, trust me, just talk to yourself. I think sometimes it's good to just talk to yourself and reflect. Really did not like myself as a kid, and I'm very grateful that I've grown to be at a place where, you know, I do love myself. I'm not gonna sit down and lie and say that I'm 100% confident in the way that I am. Of course I still want my body to look a certain way, but at the same time I do acknowledge when I look good, which is something that I never did when I was young, you know. So you guys need to make sure that you stay hyping yourself up, nurture your mental health. For me, it was my weight. For you, it may be your mental health, it may be, you know, the way your nose look. These things are real. Just like anything that you complain about, sit yourself down and actually just figure yourself out. If you need some help from somebody, then seek it, because I spent my prime teenage years hating myself when I could have just flourished and done a lot of things and just been happier, because I'm very content with where I am in my life right now and how I look and how I am doing, you know what I mean? At 20 years old, this girl is doing great, you know what I mean? And I'm only just gonna keep improving. It's a never-ending cycle, and it's very beautiful to discover yourself, and I want each and every one of you guys to feel that. So please love yourself. Stop telling yourself that you're ugly. Stop telling yourself that you're not worthy. Stop telling yourself that you need a man or you need a woman to feel good. And another thing with weight, I grew up around, like I said, my family members, we have big badangs. So I know how it feels to be a guy as well. Well, I don't know how it feels. I know what it can do to a guy when you have probably big bums and your friends are making fun of you. It's okay, yeah. So love yourself, guys, and just do better than I did. You know, do better than I did. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to come on here and just reflect with you guys from where I was a few years ago to where I am now. I love myself. I'm still growing. There's a long stretch ahead, you know. There's a lot of things that I need to discover about myself, figure out about myself, but you know, the first step is always to acknowledge that there is a problem in any situation about yourself and nourish your mental, all of that good stuff, boo. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't want to make it too long. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me down below if you have ever gone through anything similar to me, or if you are going through something similar. I hope you are getting through it well. If you are, if you have gotten through it, please do comment down below. Tell me how you went about everything, and I love you guys so much. Love yourselves, guys. Like, this is the self-care September, boo. Love yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.